Listen. If you are an American who believes there is a God, then you probably believe that America is still the greatest nation on earth. Hopefully, you also recognize that we need a moral, spiritual revival before a political revolution can be planted in fertile soil. It just makes sense. Are you with me? Please subscribe to Daily Tea at www.dailytea.us/subscribe.
Exactly as the Lord said. Commentary by Sue Mariner. Congress has been useless to the American people since Barack Hussein Obama moved into the White House. Our politicians have allowed him to get away with every overreach he has attempted and even permitted him to make them obsolete. So now, we have come to this nuclear deal with Iran, and Congress is doing exactly the same as is their habit with Obama: roll over and play dead. Whatever Obama wants, Obama gets, whether it's good for America and the American people or not. I am outraged. Democrats destroy and Republicans won't fix anything the Democrats ruin. After giving this situation much thought, I realize this is what is happening. It's a situation our Lord spoke about in Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one, and love the other, or else he will hold to the one, and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. I say this because the politicians practically kill to get us to vote for them, but once they are in office, they have no interest in fulfilling any of their campaign promises they made to us. Curiously enough, something else happens instead. Both parties begin going about the business of fulfilling the agendas of their rich donors. People who have enough money to finance illegal immigrant movements to other countries are rolling in dough. Lots of money. The definition of mammon is the personification of wealth portrayed as a false god in the Bible. Think about it. Policies that have been adopted by our politicians, such as amnesty, refugee resettlement, Obamacare, gun control, same-sex marriage, abortion, etc., are all obviously bad policy, but our politicians insist we have them anyway, and the reason is that someone is profiting off them. They have two masters because we vote them in and out of office. We also pay them a salary to represent us. We are one master. The other master is the rich donors that obviously pay them more money than taxpayers can afford to pay them. Therefore, they sell themselves to the highest bidder. The rich donors are the other masters. They try to get amnesty because Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Karl Rove, Grover Norquist, etc. are far richer than the taxpayers are. It is the same with all the other ills of our society. These people do not care at all when they cause us harm, and as long as they are willing to pay our politicians an enormous amount of money, then the politicians don't care if they harm us either, and we are now in a situation where the politicians are despising us. Exactly as Christ said. Some of our politicians even take huge donations from foreign governments that are not friendly to us. This certainly cannot go in our favor. People who donate large sums of money expect to get something in return. I ask you, whom are you going to work for, the person who pays you $100 or the person who pays you $1,000? Again, they could care less about the person with the least amount of money. Exactly as Christ said. Could this be what has been happening, even before Obama took office? Is this what is happening with the Iran nuclear treaty? How about Obamacare, etc.? You cannot serve both masters when one wants amnesty and the other does not. How would that be possible? The same is true with all our other societal ills. The taxpayers are the ones that vote these greedy politicians into office, and we must look for principled individuals to replace them. We must vet our candidates carefully and make sure no sleeper cells slip past us. We also need to run background checks on our current office holders to see if any of them are alcoholics, drug addicts, or in a position where they can be, or are being blackmailed. Above all, we must be willing to fire them when they do us harm and certainly bring charges of treason and espionage against those who violate the Constitution. It should not have taken nearly so long for John Boehner to step down as Speaker of the House, and it should not be nearly as difficult as it has been to find a conservative replacement for Mitch McConnell in the Senate. These people are well entrenched and getting them out will not be easy. Our politicians are despising one master and loving the other. Exactly as the Lord said.